Hi everyone and welcome on my channel. So today I'm talking to you from a little bit unusual spot. You can see around me we have a beautiful river, trees, a fire, and today's topic is going to be about nature and gift of nature as we know it from God, how God is present in nature and all around us. And I'm going to talk about the energy that is surrounding us when we are in nature, and how beneficially it influences our mind and our soul. So I'll start saying God is not only present in so-called invisible, but He's also present in nature. That's the feminine side of divine, because nature nurtures and creates. Out of nature we have animals that are born and children. So that's the nurturing part. And also when we go to nature in our busy lifestyle, we can feel that energy that is residing in nature talking to us, because everything is linked in consciousness. Every single human being, tree, plant are linked. And if you learn how to listen to it, how to attune to it, we can get a healing benefit from nature. And not just healing, but we can connect through with God. So I will say that there's a life force present everywhere in the nature, just like we have in ourselves. In ancient cultures, even in current cultures, we know life force as chi, ki, prana, gives us life. Zoe, which is the Greek word, Zoe is the element coming from the divine and spiritual right into our life. And that's what keeps us alive. And we need to make sure that we have this life force nourished as we go through life. Our daily activities, our daily habits, addictive habits like drinking, bad food, stress, all this is depleting the energy. And so forest and nature will give us the energy back, but only if we learn how to be receptive to it. So just a quick overview. Life force keeps things alive for as long as possible. I'll give a good example of trees. If you look at the tree, it can live for thousands of years because it has a life force, but there's one element that is missing that prevents the tree from dying. And that's the energy, that's the electric impulses. It is the electric impulses that destroy our life energy and makes us age and eventually die. You might be asking, how do these electric impulses happen? They do happen in brain when we think, when we feel, when we interact with the world. As we sleep, that the body recovers a little bit, but every day it's damaging. The electric impulses are damaging the body. Whereas the trees don't have it. That's why they can live for so long. They can only die through either somebody cuts them down, or some disease takes over, or fire. But plants and trees, especially trees, have that life force that keeps them alive for thousands of years. And if you learn how to harness it, it can benefit our lives as well. Just being in the nature and disconnected from our daily problems helps. That means stop thinking about what waits for you or what has happened. Stop worrying, because that all involves thinking process. And thoughts are generator of electric impulses, micro impulses in your brain, and these are the ones who make you eventually age and eventually die. Just think of people who worry too much or who are really sad because of something that happened in the past. It reflects on their face. They just quote unquote age faster. But if you learn how to connect with nature, with the trees, with the plants, how to listen to the sound of the wind and sound of the water, it will make us a lot more aligned with God and with our life and with the force that we have in ourselves. If you even think about it, where you listen to the wind in the trees, it sounds exactly the same like water flashing and splashing against the rocks. There's no difference. You know why? Because both elements, the air and the water, are life-giving elements. You wouldn't be able to live without air and without water. That's why they sound exactly the same. And so the same thing is going through the forest, for example, for walk, disconnecting your mind, being in the present moment. Important is to breathe in. Remember that that air element I mentioned, it's important how to learn how to breathe in, which I'll have a video on that later, and connect with the sound and with what surrounds you. Be in the present moment, especially in nature. It helps. Other thing that I'd like to put forward, how you connect even more, is through touch. You touch the tree, you feel the energy, because that's a force that keeps the tree alive, is there. So you feel it, and you try to reconnect. It actually has a healing properties, just like when you touch the ground with your feet, it does. The energy comes through your body, and it balances out the negative energy that you have in your system, because energy is all about balance. So these are the tips that can make your life a little bit easier, make your life better, and it's also better how to connect with God and nature. And I would suggest doing these exercises even half an hour or an hour a day, if possible, or at least a couple of hours a week. Go out in the nature, disconnect from your thoughts, and just be present in the moment. Be grateful, have a prayer, or just feel and hear what the nature has to offer you, and it will have a positive benefit on your well-being. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, friends, give it a like and subscribe. Thank you.